Now you can also add media in the form of MP3s or music files, PDFs, Word documents, attachments for downloads and things like that. And just some of the things you can see up here is telling us that we have 8 images in all the media libraries, and the images that we have are there's 8 images in total. So overall there's 8 files, and 8 of those are images, and one of those is unattached, which means that all the other images that we have selected here or that are in our library are already applied to a page, and the last one that we uploaded isn't applied to any page yet. So what we do is we go ahead and we'll add that to our page. So we have our list of pages here, and our page is the edit or the e-commerce website. So we want to go in here and we want to add the image to our page. So what we'll do is we'll actually add it to our second paragraph. So in order to add it to our second paragraph, we click to the left of the paragraph at the first letter, just to the left of it. And again, we click on Add Media. Now we have two options when we come to add media. We can upload files, or we can select from the media library that's already here. So what we'll do for this one is we'll select the image that we selected already. So all you do is select the file, and you can see it's been selected because there's a little blue tick in the corner, and we can unselect it just by just clicking it again. So we select it, and it populates our title with the name of the image, and our alt text is pre-populated there that we gave it already for the shopping trolley. Now the next option that we have is we can align it either to the left, the center, the right, or just leave it as it is. The option that I generally tend to go with is either the right or the center, but in this case I want to align it to the right because I want it to be within the text, or the text to appear to the left of it. The next option then you have is to link to the media file, which means that if you click on the image, it'll open up in a new tab as the image. I generally tend to turn this off because the image is big enough that you can see it. So the options you have in the drop down menu are the media file, the attachment page, a custom URL of your choice that you'll be given the option if you do select it, and then the other one is none. So none means that it's not actually linked. The next option you have then are full size, which is 500 pixels by 467 pixels. You have the medium size, which is 300 by 280, or you have a thumbnail, which is only 150 pixels square. I tend to stick with the medium. I try to keep my images no more than 300 pixels wide if possible. So I select that, and once we have that much done, all we have to do is click on Insert into Page. And as you can see, our image is inserted into the page. It's aligned to the right hand side. Our text is square up against the left hand side of it. So if we update that and we view our page, you can see our image is aligned to the right hand side of the text, and the text is nicely up against the left hand side of it. So the second option we have is we can upload an image to insert into our page. So we'll go back to the start of our paragraph as well. At the very beginning of the paragraph, we'll place our cursor inside of it. And again, we'll go back to the Add Media. And this time we're going to upload a file. So if we select Upload Files, and again, select the files. So this opens up our page. So what we'll do is we'll just put any kind of standard image in here just to, we'll select this image here and we'll just click on Open. Now it's automatically selected for us because we've just uploaded it. So here we have a title of image 1, but we need to add in our alt text here. So we'll just put in just man, just to have a description on it. Now the options we have here, again, right is selected because it's the last one that we used. We could align it to the right if we wanted. Again, the media file, again we'll select none, and we'll make it 300 pixels wide. Now you can see the natural size of this image here is 800 pixels by 600 pixels wide, and we have the option to go in and edit the image here again if we want, but for the time being we'll leave it as it is. So once we do that much, we can just again insert into page, and as you can see, it's sat in there to the right of our text. And again, if we update the image and we go back and we view our page, we have both of our images lined in here. So we might change our mind at some point and say, right, well, I don't really want that image there. It doesn't look great. So what we can do is we come back in and we can edit our page again. and we can say, right, I don't want that image, I just want to delete it. So we can select the image here and the little red option here to delete the image, and once you do that, it's automatically deleted. Now it still remains in our media library, it's just gone from our page. And again, we click on update the page, and we go back and we view the page again, and our image is gone. Now, in relation to the remaining image on the page, we might say, well, that image is probably just a little bit too big. What we can do is we come back in and we can edit it on the page itself. So if we click on edit again, and again we scroll down and our image selected again, and then the option to the right of the delete button to edit the image you select, and it brings up the option. You have a couple of options here. You can change the alignment, you can increase and decrease the size of the image. So we say, for example, we bring it down to 80% of the size. The 100% of the size would be the 300 pixels wide. So we'll bring it to 90%. So we select 90% and click on update, and as you can see, it's gotten slightly smaller. So if we update again and we go and we view our page, our image is slightly smaller. It's only 10% smaller, so there's not going to be a massive difference in it, but you can edit the image in line here. The only thing I will say is if you go back in to edit the image and increase this to 100% again, you'll actually end up blurring the image. So for example, we select it and we go and edit it again. You can see it's set to 100% now, which is really 90%. You can't really increase it anymore, because it will just end up blurring the image again. So you're limited. There are advanced settings that you can go in and you can change the width and the height, but it's generally not recommended. What you want, if you want, you can just set the original size again, and it brings it back to the 300 size. And once you do that, you can scroll down and you can click on update, and again update our image again. And if we go back to the page again, we'll be able to see that our image is back up to full size again.